So what is a multipolar neuron? Generally speaking, multipolar neuron can be defined as the simplest form of the neuron, which consists of a single cell body, one axon, many of the dendrites, and axon terminal. Most of the neurons in the man are generally multipolar, whereas some of the examples of the multipolar neurons are the motor neurons, in human being, and all the intermediate neurons. The bipolar neuron, as the name suggests, bi means two, so a neuron consisting of two extensions, the first extension and a second extension, and a middle cell body is called as a bipolar neuron. Now we have to see that where is the bipolar neuron found. It is found in the retina, which are known as the first neuron of the retina, the ganglia of 8th cranial nerve. Cranial nerve. What is ganglia? It is seen that the collection of nerve cell body outside the central nervous system is called as the ganglia, whereas the collection of the neuron cell body in central nervous system is called as the nucleus. It is also seen in the olfactory mucosa, the nasal cavity. So, bipolar neurons mainly means a neuron with only two extensions. A pseudo-unipolar neuron, a neuron similar to that of a bipolar neuron. Only thing is that the cell body lies in between and it results in the formation of a T-shaped structure. You can see this is a T-shaped structure. Pseudo-unipolar neuron divides into two parts, out of which the one part goes towards the periphery, means to the organs or to the skin, whereas the another one goes into the spinal cord. Pseudo-unipolar neurons are mainly found in the dorsal nerve root ganglia. The dorsal nerve root ganglia and the sensory ganglia of the cranial nerves. What is a unipolar neuron? A unique type of neuron which is present also in the fetal life and also present in the mesencephalic nucleus. Mesencephalic nucleus of the trigeminal nerve or the cranial nerve number 5, and it is also found in the fetal life. Now we will study about the types of neuron on the basis of their length. There are three types of neurons on the basis of their length: the Golgi type 1, the Golgi type 2, and the amacrine neurons. The types of neurons in which the dendrites are usually very small, whereas the axon is typically very much long, are called as the Golgi type 1 neurons. So here the dendrites are very short, whereas there is a very long length of the axon. Generally these are known as the Golgi type 1 neuron. So where are these types of neurons found? These types of neurons are found in the pyramidal cell of the cerebral cortex, whereas the Purkinje cells of the cerebellum and the anterior horn cell of the spinal cord. All these structures we will study in our later on videos which I'll upload later on. Now coming on to Golgi type 2 neurons. In this type of neurons, mainly the axon is very short. The neurons have a very short axon and normal amount of dendrites. A very short axon. So where are these types of neurons found? These are found in the cerebral and the cerebellar cortex, means the cortex of the cerebrum and the cerebellum. Now the third type of neuron comes. These are the amacrine neurons. These are the neurons which do not consist of an axon. These consist of only dendrites as well as only the cell body. These type of amacrine neurons are usually found in the retina of the eyeball. So friends, here in this video we have studied the different types of neurons on the basis of their processes. So these are the multipolar neurons, a single cell body, single axon and axon terminal and many dendrites, whereas a bipolar neuron having two extensions, dendrites and axon terminals, pseudo unipolar neuron which bifurcates its axon in the shape of a T-shaped structure, and a unipolar neuron in which there is a cell body at the top, whereas dendrites are found in the midline. Whereas we have also studied about the types of neurons which are on the basis of their length: Golgi type 1, the Golgi type 2 and the amacrine neurons. The findings and the locations of these particular types of neurons are written here. So this was a detailed description about the different types of neurons and their location in the human body. It may be noted that the Golgi type 2 neuron mainly act as the synaptic neurons or the intercommunicating neurons, which means the neurons which perform the function of communication between the two neurons. Means if there is a neuron here and there is a neuron here, so in between there will be Golgi type 2 neuron or the intermittent or the intermediate neuron. Thank you.